Hello, Blue Jays fans. Welcome to the East Coast Blue Jays. I'm your host, Patrick McGraw. So, on this episode, we're going to talk a little bit about Bo Bichette. So, yes, Bo Bichette, as you all know, he is out for the remainder of the year. We're going to talk about a little bit of fan interference that happened in the other night's game against Tampa Bay. We're going to talk about Mr. George Springer, MVP for your Toronto Blue Jays, and a little bit of postseason. But thank you all for coming in, the East Coast Blue Jays. Thank you. Hit that like, hit the subscribe. I greatly appreciate it here. Now let's get going, boys. Has been ruled out for the rest of the regular season. It's a huge blow, but at the same time, the Jays are 27 games over 500. They have a 5-game lead. We have a huge lead against the New York Yankees, 5 games. Over the New York Yankees in the American League East Division, and we have 7 games up against the Boston Red Sox. In the American League, we have around, I think, 3-game lead over the Detroit Tigers. That's back to Bo Bichette. So, unfortunately, he is out. But good news is he got a second opinion from a doctor from Dallas. And he said he's good to go. Well, good to go, I guess. Whenever the postseason starts, depending if it's the first game, second game, third game, I don't know what game, but as far as the regular season, he is out. He's going to have some rest, and hopefully in 3 weeks' time, 2.5 to 3 weeks' time, he'll be up with the Toronto Blue Jays again. I don't know if he's going to be in the outfield or in the infield playing shortstop. As you know right now, Andres Gimenez is taking his spot right now. To me, it was a terrible slide of Bo Bichette. He went in knee first. I don't know why. I'm not sure why he didn't just dive or even go cleats up or cleats down. But he decided to go knee and ended up smacking up against the New York Yankees catcher, as you can see right here. And he did quite a number on his knee. So unfortunately, that little knee dive cost him 10-day on the IL list. It cost him a lot longer. It's been almost 2 weeks now. Now he's out for the remainder of the season, and hopefully he can return back into the postseason. As far as Andres Gimenez, he's certainly doing a tremendous job, if not a Gold Glove job, out in shortstop. In second base, Ernie Clement, David Schneider, a couple of them that are taking Andres Gimenez's spot. But as far as Bo Bichette, he's out. He's our guy, and hopefully he can return healthy. But the last couple of years, he has definitely struggled with a lot of injuries. So this is his last year. It may be the last year we'll see him in a Blue Jays uniform. But hopefully he'll return back into the postseason and get those hits going, play that great defense he's been doing all year. So game 2 of a game 4 series up against the Tampa Bay Rays, there was some fan interference. Last night's game, Nathan Lukes was out in right field, while Lowe hit a deep fly ball out into right field. Nathan Lukes reached up, and a fan reached over him and ended up catching the ball. The review came back saying that it was an interference, ended up being a home run. So here's the review. Before it's going to come up here in a second. So Nathan Lukes jumps up. The fan reaches over, as you can tell, steals the ball from Nathan Lukes. Lukes hits the grounds. As you can tell, it reached way out. They ended up being said it was a good. It was a home run. It was good to go, and it was loud. So, unfortunately, it should have been. It shouldn't have counted. To me, it shouldn't have counted. But as far as Nathan Lukes, he says maybe the baseball gods were on our side. Just giving up the homer and then hitting a homer, it made it even out a little bit. So what happened is that play in the 3rd inning, Nathan Lukes was trying to catch it. Ended up being a 3-run home run. The umpire called it. Actually, went to New York to video review, and they said, "Oh, it's good," which shouldn't have been good. But anyway, the next inning, Nathan Lukes came up, and you know what happened? He hit a home run. And you know what? It was another fan interference. and he ended up coming in to get his get another home run for the year. So some crazy stuff last night. So he ended up being, anyway, the Jays ended up winning 6-5 last night. Just unfortunate events as far as fan interference. My thoughts on it is, if a fan reaches out or is part of the play, it should be, breakdown is out, complete out, no if or buts. If a fan reaches in, touches you, whatever, interferes with the ball, it should have been an out. No problem. That's the way I feel. All right, so now we're going to talk a little bit of George Springer, the MVP of the Toronto Blue Jays. Do you feel that he should be even considered as MVP of the American League? I don't know. I mean, look at Aaron Judge, look at Cal Riley from the Seattle Mariners. He's up there. He might be put on the list, but definitely put on the list for the Toronto Blue Jays. And this year alone, since the All-Star break, George Springer has hit .351, tied for second place since the All-Star. His OBP first at .427, slugging is second at .611. He has 65 runs, tied for, he's in third place, and his WRC is second with 188. That's pretty impressive. I mean, he's hitting .305, fourth overall. His OPS is .946 with 29 home runs and 78 RBIs. So what he's definitely doing for these Blue Jays is just remarkable. His swagger, his team effort, he's a motivator. He's an all-round superstar. He still plays great defense, not as good as his younger years, but he is the best hitter that the Blue Jays have right now. He's clutch, like he was clutch last night again with a couple more RBIs. He has 29 home runs. He is having the best season of his career. For a man that's going to be turning, I think, 36 years of age in a week or so. He's definitely acting like he's 24 again. But he's definitely proving that he's an all-star. He's the MVP of the Blue Jays, and I'm just love seeing what he's doing. He did have a rough start last year, rough start in the spring training, but he definitely cranked it up when the season started, and he's still continuing doing it. He's even hotter after the All-Star break. Now that Bichette's out, George Springer is definitely helping out in that situation. So we just need Vladdy to do his thing too. All right, so as you know, the Toronto Blue Jays are 5 games up against the New York Yankees. I think they're on 3 or 4 games up on the Detroit Tigers for best record in the American League. But they're pretty close. They're pretty close in clinching this up. The magic number for the Toronto Blue Jays right now, as of September 17th, Wednesday, is 3 games. They need 3 more games to clinch to get into the postseason, and 6 games to the magic number for take over the American League is 6 games. So it's just a remarkable team this year. I think they have 48 comeback wins this year. It's exciting to see. A lot of stressful games this year, definitely, but they're certainly holding their own. The signing of Max Scherzer, Shane Bieber, Vladdy getting signed for his huge contract definitely boosts things up. George Springer having a remarkable year. Kevin Gausman, he's our ace guy. He's tremendous. He had a shutout, 9-inning shutout the other day. It's just overall, look at Addison Berger. Addison Berger is definitely having a remarkable year as well. But overall, I'm pretty excited for the postseason. Won't be long until these guys will be celebrating with champagne. But it's pretty exciting to see. But yeah, so back to Bichette. So Bichette, as it stands, he is out for the regular season. But good news is he does not need surgery. He'll be returning in the postseason. As far as the fan interference, it is what it is. There's something that the MLB is going to have to straighten out or do better, how to explain why it was a home run, not an out. George Springer, well, he's our MVP. And you know what? We're a few more days, few more games away from getting clinching a spot in the postseason. So 3 games, yes, 3 games to get in the postseason, and 6 games to clinch the American League with best record. So pretty exciting news. But enjoy the game tonight. Have yourself a great night. Thanks for coming in here to East Coast Blue Jays, and have yourself a great night. Until next time, let's go Blue Jays.